Alright, y'all. Got my fuel pump installed. Replaced the inline fuel pump. As you can tell, there's no loud ass noise coming from the passenger side anymore. Let's see here. Nobody had posted any questions, so I don't even know what to answer. You basically install it on the manifold, and there's just a couple wires hook up, and the rest of the stuff plugs in. Let me turn this off. So, I know one thing that you will need is a ignition wire that is on while cranking. So you need an ignition wire while it's cranking. If you look at this wire, this plug, that wire, that connector is on while cranking. The rest of the thing, the main wire from the ECU goes to this PDM. Reason why I'm using this PDM is because I got a electric fan. There's relays built into this for a fan. Other than that, it's pretty much it. You hook your AC wire up to the switch, that runs to the AC. Where's it at? Right here. Runs to this switch. I hooked it up right here. Trying to think. Anything else? The main thing is that I keep having problems with vacuum plugs or caps breaking. So that's the reason why I'm going to seal up the vacuum lines on that other vacuum manifold, or the intake manifold I have, and put it on here so I don't have any vacuum leaks, because the only vacuum line I need is this one, and that's it. Like, this is the coolant. I don't know if you can see that. It's the coolant line for the system is ran to the bottom of the intake manifold. There is a port for that. What comes with the system will thread right in. Other than that, that's about it. I put this fuel pressure sensor in just so I can read it more accurately than the gauge. I'm getting a adapter for the oil pressure gauge down here. I'm getting an adapter because it's 10 millimeters, and these are 1/8 NPT. So I get an adapter from an M10 to 1/8 NPT to put a oil pressure sensor down there, and I'm going to use this plug because it's the only pressure sensor plug included in the kit. So once you have your fuel pressure set, really you don't really need it unless you just want to have it. But I'm gonna use it for oil pressure. Trying to think of anything else. That's pretty much it. Like, my wire harness is ran up through the fender well. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. There's only a couple wires that need to be hooked up. There is your tack signal. Well, my tack signal right here is running to the negative on the coil, and then tack out to the ECU. These are my fan. So the blue wire is when the AC cuts on. This will turn on this wire. So when my AC cuts on, this wire will cut on my fan. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, there's not really that much you need to hook up. Like, if you want to run an external fuel pump, because those if you have an automatic, then you can put a fuel pump. You can upgrade the fuel pump in the tank and just use that. If you have a manual, you have to either find an automatic fuel sending unit or a fuel injection b2200 or b2600i fuel sending unit based on your cab. If you have a single cab or a cab plus, I think that's what they call it. I got mine out of a b2600 automatic regular cab, and I was able to put a fuel pump on it, and it is running good. Like, and it's so quiet, you can't even hear it running. I don't know. If y'all have any other questions, just leave it below. I will try to answer it as best as I can. Future, I have on order a fuel injection distributor, which is a Hall effect distributor, meaning that I will be able to hook it up to the system that I have, the Aces, with a different coil and be able to control timing. I got that coming. New spark plug wires and spark plugs, and that's later down the road. When I get it, maybe a couple weeks before I get around doing it. I'm trying right now to find a Mazda Miata transmission within the same year, and I'm going to take the gearbox out of that and use the tail shaft and the bell housing off of my transmission, the truck transmission, put it on the Miata gearbox, because that will fit. I believe, I haven't done it, but what I've seen from Miata users, they take the truck gearbox and use it in their transmissions, but they have to take the gear selector rods out of the Miata and put it in the truck gearbox. So I'm almost positive that I probably have to do the same. I'll have to take the truck gear selector rods out of the transmission, put them in the Miata gearbox, and put the factory truck tail shaft and bell housing on the transmission, and it'll bolt right up, and I'll be able to use my starter, the factory starter, and I'll get a little bit better gear ratio, especially first gear, because everybody knows that first gear in this truck's basically useless. If you're pulling something, yeah. If you're not, you're better off starting in second gear. And fifth gear. Fifth gear would be a little bit longer in the Miata transmission. Anything else, y'all just let me know and down below. All right, leave messages. I'll try to help out as much as I can. I've had one of these trucks since '98, so I know a good bit about these trucks. My dad is a mechanic. He knows a lot about these trucks. We've got a bunch of these trucks, disassembled them, kept parts, sold parts, whatever. Anything you need to know, leave it down below. If I can't answer it, somebody else could. So leave your answer down below. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.